Have you ever wondered why some people in their 80s seem to wither away, while others bloom with more purpose, vitality, and clarity than ever before, even past their 100th birthday? The truth is, it's not magic, and it's certainly not just genetics. The secret lies in a set of conscious decisions, life-changing lessons that anyone, at any age, can embrace to not just live longer, but live better. In today's video, we're revealing 5 powerful longevity lessons backed by science and real-life examples of people who didn't just age, they thrived. So stay with us until the very end, because what you discover here could very well shape the rest of your life. But before we dive in, take a second to subscribe to The Best Chapter and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video filled with wisdom for living your golden years to the fullest. Let's begin with Lesson 1. Keep your mind hungry. The most vibrant elders, the ones who light up a room, who captivate with stories and ideas, aren't necessarily the ones who had perfect health or fortune. They're the ones who never stopped learning. Imagine a 95-year-old woman earning her college degree, sitting beside students 70 years younger. That's not fiction. That's the real story of Nola Oakes, a Kansas grandmother who proved curiosity knows no age limit. Or think about Benjamin Franklin, who at 70 was still flying kites in storms, studying electricity and changing the world. Lifelong learning doesn't just stimulate the brain, it preserves it. Research confirms that people who keep their minds active by reading, solving puzzles, or learning new things maintain sharper cognition, better emotional well-being, and even a longer lifespan. So read a book you've never touched, learn to play an instrument, or start a new language. Stay curious. Because every time you discover something new, you remind the world and yourself that your story isn't finished yet. Now Lesson 2. Move like it matters, because it does. One of the most underestimated killers of vitality after 80 is physical inactivity. The truth is, the moment we stop moving, we start fading. Our muscles weaken, our joints stiffen, and our hearts beat a little less powerfully. But here's the hope. It doesn't take a gym membership or a marathon medal to keep your body youthful. Just look at Jeanne Calment, the French woman who cycled into her hundreds and lived to 122, or the Sardinian shepherds who climb rugged hills every day, not for exercise, but because movement is how they live. Daily activity like walking, dancing, gardening, or even gentle stretching can improve circulation, maintain muscle tone, and elevate mood through powerful endorphins. Studies have shown that even light exercise reduces the risk of heart disease, dementia, and diabetes. Movement is not about pushing harder, it's about pushing consistently. So choose something you love and make it part of your daily rhythm. Move like your life depends on it, because it does. On to Lesson 3. Strengthen your social roots. Did you know that loneliness can be just as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? It's true. Social isolation has been linked to increased risks of heart disease, dementia, and depression. But connection, deep, meaningful, regular connection, is one of the most potent predictors of a long and happy life. The Harvard study of adult development, which tracked participants for over 80 years, found that the quality of your relationships at age 50 was a better predictor of your health at 80 than even cholesterol. In Okinawa, Japan, people form lifelong friendship groups called moai, where emotional support, laughter, and shared purpose carry them through every stage of life. To build your own version of that, nurture relationships intentionally. Reconnect with old friends. Make new ones by joining local groups or volunteering. Host game nights, take walks together, or simply call someone you care about. Let your relationships be a two-way street. Listen, show up, and be real. Because in the end, it's not the years in your life, but the people in those years that count. Now let's talk about Lesson 4. Eat for the future you want. Food is not just pleasure, it's power. Especially after 80, every bite you take is either fueling your longevity or quietly sabotaging it. Diets high in processed sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives can accelerate inflammation and age-related diseases. But the right foods can be your greatest ally. Look at the blue zones, regions like Sardinia, Ikaria, and Okinawa, where people regularly live beyond 100. What's their secret? A diet full of vegetables, legumes, nuts, whole grains, and healthy fats, with little processed food in sight. It's not about deprivation, it's about nourishment. Antioxidant-rich foods like berries and spinach fight cellular aging. Omega-3s from fish and flax reduce inflammation and protect your brain. Protein helps preserve muscle mass, and fiber keeps your gut and your immune system strong. The lesson here is to make eating intentional. Choose whole foods, eat mindfully, and enjoy your meals as both nourishment and celebration. Because what you put on your plate today determines the life you live tomorrow. Finally, Lesson 5. Live with purpose, no matter your age. Purpose is the invisible force that gets you out of bed in the morning. It fuels your energy, sharpens your focus, and gives meaning to your years, no matter how many you've lived. Without a clear sense of purpose, the days can start to blur together, and life may begin to feel like it's slowly fading into the background. But when you live with intention, even the most ordinary moments, like watering a plant or sharing a story, can become rich with meaning. Purpose turns everyday life into something extraordinary. It's the difference between simply existing and truly living. In fact, science supports what the heart already knows. A compelling study by the Rush University Medical Center revealed that seniors who possessed a strong sense of purpose in their daily lives had a 30% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. And it didn't stop there. These individuals not only preserved their cognitive health, but they also lived longer, reported fewer chronic illnesses, and experienced higher levels of overall happiness and satisfaction. That means your mindset, your belief that you still matter, can literally shape your brain and body in powerful ways. Purpose, in many ways, is medicine for the soul and fuel for longevity. And here's the most beautiful part. Purpose doesn't have to be something grand or showy. It doesn't mean you have to start a business or launch a movement, though you certainly can. Sometimes, the greatest purpose lies in the quiet things. Maybe it's caring for a grandchild and knowing your love is shaping the next generation. Perhaps it's volunteering a few hours a week, where your presence brings hope to someone who needs it. It might be found in gardening, where your hands nurture new life, or in painting, where your creativity speaks volumes without saying a word. Purpose can even be found in simply being a listening ear, a calming presence, a well of wisdom for younger souls who are still finding their way. Your experience, your voice, and your presence have weight. They carry stories that no one else can tell, lessons that only life could have taught you. And in a world that moves too fast and often forgets to look back, your ability to slow down and live intentionally is a gift. You are a living library, a vessel of resilience, and a mirror that reflects the beauty of a life well lived. The world needs elders who walk with purpose, not because they have something to prove, but because they have something to share. Remember, age is not the end of the road. It's the start of a new chapter, one where your wisdom shines brighter, your influence runs deeper, and your purpose becomes your legacy. If you found these 5 lessons meaningful, comment 3 below to let me know you're still watching and still growing. If you haven't yet, please take a moment to subscribe to The Best Chapter and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Every week we share insights to help you live longer, love harder, and age like a legend. Thank you for your time, your spirit, and your presence. Your best chapter is still being written, and it starts today.